Imagine this: you're driving down a quiet country road at night when you spot a horse-drawn buggy parked in the shadows. Inside, two Amish teens whisper and laugh, stealing a moment away from watchful eyes. But how do they date in a world where romance is strictly controlled? The Amish community is known for its traditional way of life: and no electricity, no cars, no social media. Their world revolves around faith, family, and discipline. But there's one phase in an Amish teen's life where things take an unexpected turn: Rumspringa. For most Amish youth, Rumspringa begins at the age of 16. It's a time when they are given temporary freedom to explore life beyond their community. Some may dress in modern clothes, drive cars, listen to music, or even attend parties. Others take smaller steps, making new friends outside their usual circles, experiencing a little taste of the modern world. But while Rumspringa is meant to help Amish teens decide their future, it's also the one time when they get the chance to date in secret. Because here's the thing: open dating isn't allowed in Amish culture. Unlike in modern society, where young people openly date and express their feelings, Amish relationships are carefully controlled by family and church traditions. Romantic interactions happen in structured settings at church gatherings, community events, or through family introductions. Public displays of affection, completely forbidden. Casual dating, not an option. So, how do Amish teens really date during Rumspringa? How do they balance their deep-rooted traditions with the excitement of modern relationships? The answers might surprise you. One of the most traditional ways Amish couples connect is through Sunday night singings. These are social gatherings where young Amish men and women meet, sing hymns, and get to know each other. To an outsider, it might seem like an ordinary church event, but for Amish teens, it's one of the few chances to socialize and find a potential partner. Then there's the buggy ride tradition. Since Amish don't drive cars, offering someone a ride home in a horse-drawn buggy is actually a subtle way of showing romantic interest. A simple "would you like a ride" is the Amish equivalent of asking someone out. These buggy rides create private moments where couples can talk, bond, and enjoy a brief escape from strict parental oversight. But the real challenge? Communication. Since Amish homes don't allow cell phones or the internet, couples have to rely on old-fashioned methods: handwritten letters, secret notes, and messages passed through trusted friends keep relationships alive. It's like something out of a historical romance novel, except it's happening today. But while some Amish teens follow these traditions, others push the boundaries of dating. Secret meetups, borrowed cell phones, and even hidden social media accounts, some are willing to risk everything for love. But how far can they really go before facing serious consequences? In the quiet Amish communities, where tradition is everything, romance isn't supposed to be spontaneous, but love always finds a way. While Sunday night singings and buggy rides are the traditional paths to courtship, some Amish teens bend the rules to experience dating in ways their parents and church would never approve of. For outsiders, the Amish way of life might seem strict, even suffocating, especially when it comes to love. No texting, no late-night phone calls, no casual hangouts. So, how do Amish teens make it work? The answer: creativity, secrecy, and a little bit of risk. The midnight buggy rides. While offering a buggy ride after a community gathering is a known way to express interest, some Amish teens take it a step further. Instead of heading home, they sneak off to meet in hidden spots: farmland clearings, abandoned barns, or even secluded forest paths. Picture this: the moonlight reflects off the glossy black of a horse-drawn buggy as a young Amish couple shares stolen moments in the dark, whispering about their future, their dreams, and whether they'll choose to stay Amish or leave for the modern world. But even this method comes with risk. If an elder or a parent catches them wandering too far, the consequences can be severe as strict discipline, community shaming, or even being forced to confess in front of the church. The secret of borrowed phones. In most Amish homes, cell phones are completely banned, but that doesn't mean they're impossible to find. Some Amish teens secretly borrow phones from non-Amish friends or even hide cheap prepaid cell phones in barns or outdoor sheds. Texting becomes their secret lifeline hidden beneath mattresses, tucked inside hay bales, or even buried in the dirt to avoid getting caught. Some even create social media accounts under fake names, allowing them to talk to romantic interests outside the Amish world. For those who get caught, the consequences can be severe. Amish parents may destroy the phone, force a confession in front of the church, or even limit their child's freedom by keeping them under constant supervision. Barn dances and hidden gatherings. Even though the Amish forbid most forms of modern entertainment, some communities have secret dances. These gatherings, often held in barns or secluded fields, allow young Amish men and women to experience the excitement of music, dancing, and romance away from prying eyes. At these dances, Amish teens might experiment with modern clothing, listen to country or rock music, and even try alcohol for the first time. Some non-Amish friends, known as English outsiders, are invited to these events, creating a strange mix of Amish and modern influences. But while barn dances sound like harmless fun, they are heavily frowned upon by Amish leaders. If word gets out, those who attend could face serious consequences, including public shaming or even excommunication. The risk of being found out. For Amish youth who dare to push the limits, every secret meeting, every text message, and every buggy ride carries a risk. The Amish way of life is built on strict discipline, and those caught breaking the rules might have to stand before their entire church and confess. For some, this is enough to bring them back into obedience, but for others, it only fuels their desire to leave the Amish world behind forever. For most Amish youth, dating isn't just about romance, it's about choosing their future. Every stolen kiss, every secret note, and every buggy ride leads to one of the biggest decisions they will ever make: stay Amish or leave for love. The Amish way of life is built on family, faith, and community, but what happens when love challenges those traditions? Some Amish teens find themselves drawn to a life beyond the farms and church pusa, world of freedom, technology, and limitless possibilities. But leaving isn't easy. Falling for an outsider. Despite strict dating rules, Amish teens sometimes fall for non-Amish people, the English. Maybe they meet at a farmer's market through a secret phone, or during their Rumspringa, a period where Amish youth can experience the modern world before committing to baptism. For some, it's a harmless crush. For others, it turns into something serious, a love that challenges everything they've ever known. Imagine an Amish girl sneaking off to meet her English boyfriend, exchanging letters instead of texts, whispering about running away together. Or an Amish boy torn between the quiet life of his family and the thrill of a world filled with fast cars, music, and adventure. But dating an outsider means breaking an unspoken rule: you're either Amish or you're not. There is no in-between. The cost of leaving: if an Amish teen chooses love over tradition, the price is everything they've ever known. Leaving the Amish community isn't just about moving away, it means losing family connections. Many Amish parents cut off children who leave, refusing to see or speak to them ever again. Being shunned: the Amish practice meidung, shunning, meaning former members are completely ignored, even by their closest friends. Starting over from nothing, with little formal education and no job experience, ex-Amish often struggle to adjust to the outside world. Some who leave find success. They learn how to drive, get jobs, and start new families. Others struggle with guilt, loneliness, and regret. Running away for love. There are stories of Amish teens running away in the middle of the night, sneaking onto buses with only the clothes on their backs. Some escape with the help of ex-Amish support groups, while others rely on non-Amish friends to help them adjust. But running away isn't a guarantee of happiness. Many who leave miss their families and struggle with the overwhelming changes of the modern world. Some even return to their communities, realizing that the price of freedom is too high. Not everyone leaves. Some Amish teens fall in love with outsiders but choose to stay Amish, forcing themselves to let go of love for the sake of faith and family. For those who stay, the heartbreak is real. They might always wonder what life could have been like on the outside, But for them, the fear of losing their family, their identity, and their place in the community is too much to risk. For Amish youth, love isn't just about emotions, it's about choosing a future. Do they stay, marry within the community, and accept the Amish way of life? Or do they leave, risking everything for the chance at a different kind of love? Some choose faith, some choose freedom, and some, caught in between, spend their whole lives wondering what might have been. So, what happens when an Amish couple gets married? Well, life doesn't change in the way most people might expect. There's no honeymoon, no big move to a new city, no major shift in lifestyle. Instead, they step into a life filled with responsibilities, faith, and community. The wedding itself is simpleno extravagant decorations, no rings, no white gowns. The bride wears a blue dress she's sewn herself, and the ceremony takes place in her family's home, surrounded by over 300 guests. Afterward, there's a long feast full of home-cooked food, laughter, and shared prayers. But once the celebration ends, the real journey begins. Married life in the Amish world is built on tradition. The husband takes on the role of provider, working the farm, crafting furniture, or running a small business. His duty is to ensure his family is taken care of, both physically and spiritually. The wife, on the other hand, runs the household, raises the children, and supports her husband's work in whatever way she can. It's a partnership, but one with clearly defined roles passed down for generations. There's no birth control, no waiting until we're ready. Children are seen as blessings from God, and families grow quickly. It's common for Amish couples to have 6, 8, or even 10 children. That means a life filled with cooking, cleaning, teaching, and caring for little ones. And through it all, the community plays a huge role, offering support, guidance, and a sense of belonging that most modern marriages don't experience. But this kind of commitment comes with its own challenges. Divorce isn't an option. Once you're married, you stay married. If problems arise, they must be worked out within the church. And with such strict roles, some Amish women struggle with the lack of independence. They don't have careers of their own, they don't manage finances, and their world revolves entirely around their families. It's a life of devotion, but not always an easy one. As the years pass, Amish couples grow old together, surrounded by their children and grandchildren. There's no such thing as retirement. Work continues as long as the body allows. But for them, that's not a burden. It's part of their purpose, part of the life they believe God has chosen for them. In the end, Amish love isn't about passion or romance. It's about faith. It's about commitment. It's about something deeper than personal happiness, a life dedicated to God, family, and a tradition that has stood the test of time. Amish dating is a blend of secrecy and tradition, but the influence of the modern world is slowly making its way in. Rumspringa is a unique phase that gives Amish youth a temporary taste of freedom, allowing them to explore life beyond their community and make important life choices. During this time, some choose to return to their Amish roots, while others leave to embrace the modern world. It's a delicate balance between tradition and change, where love, faith, and personal decisions shape their future in ways that few outsiders truly understand.